The world of espionage is shrouded in secrecy. It's a dangerous game of shadows and whispers. One of the oldest and most effective weapons in this arsenal is the honeytrap. This tactic employs seduction and romance for sinister ends. The target, often someone with access to sensitive information, falls prey to a carefully crafted illusion. They believe they've found love and companionship. In reality, they've walked into a carefully constructed trap.
Honey traps are not about fleeting affairs. They are about building trust. The goal is to compromise the target. The spy uses this trust to extract valuable information. This information could be state secrets, military plans, or anything else deemed valuable. The stakes are incredibly high. Success hinges on meticulous planning and flawless execution. The spy must be convincing. They need to become the persona they create. The target must believe the lie. The consequences of failure are severe. Exposure can lead to diplomatic tensions, international scandals, and the imprisonment of assets. The honey trap has been a favored tool of intelligence agencies for centuries. However, no one has honed this tactic quite like the Russians. During the Cold War, the KGB, the Soviet Union's notorious intelligence agency, elevated the honey trap to an art form. The KGB understood the power of human desire. They knew that everyone had vulnerabilities. These vulnerabilities, whether love, loneliness, or ambition, became their weapons.
The KGB meticulously trained their operatives. They were chosen not just for their physical attractiveness, but for their intelligence, language skills, and ability to blend seamlessly into any environment. These operatives, often dubbed swallows, were deployed to ensnare diplomats, politicians, and military officers. They were masters of deception, weaving intricate webs of romance and intrigue.
The KGB's success with honey traps is well documented. They compromised countless individuals, gaining access to a treasure trove of classified information. Their operations shaped the course of the Cold War, influencing political decisions and military strategies. The legacy of the KGB lives on in its successor agency, the SVR. The fall of the Soviet Union did not diminish the effectiveness of the honey trap. On the contrary, the SVR, Russia's modern intelligence agency, has adapted this tactic to the digital age. The internet, with its social media platforms and dating apps, has become a fertile hunting ground for SVR operatives. The internet offers anonymity. It allows spies to create believable online personas. They can tailor these personas to match the desires of their targets.
A lonely diplomat might find solace in the virtual embrace of a charming art enthusiast. A high-ranking official seeking excitement might be lured by the profile of a daring adventurer. Social media platforms provide a wealth of information. The SVR scours these platforms, gathering data on potential targets. They learn about their interests, hobbies, weaknesses, and vulnerabilities. This information is then used to craft the perfect online persona. The goal is to create a digital illusion so convincing that the target willingly offers up their secrets.
The SVR's mastery of the digital honey trap was brought to light in 2010 with the arrest of Anna Chapman and 9 other Russian sleeper agents in the United States. This operation, dubbed the Illegals Program, exposed the SVR's long-term strategy of embedding deep cover agents in Western countries.
Anna Chapman, with her striking looks and entrepreneurial spirit, became the face of this scandal. She had cultivated an image of a successful businesswoman, using her charm and social connections to gain access to influential circles.
While the full extent of Chapman's espionage activities remains classified, her case highlights the SVR's willingness to deploy attractive assets in long-term operations that can span years, even decades. The Illegals Program demonstrated the SVR's commitment to traditional espionage techniques, even in the digital age. While technology might have changed the playing field, the fundamental principles of human intelligence, particularly the allure of a well-placed honey trap, remain as relevant as ever. The success of a honey trap relies heavily on psychological manipulation. The spy must be a skilled manipulator, adept at reading people and exploiting their vulnerabilities.
They prey on basic human needs: the desire for love, companionship, validation, and excitement. The manipulation often begins with subtle flattery. The target is made to feel special, admired, and understood.
As trust builds, the spy gradually increases the intimacy of the relationship. They share secrets, real or fabricated, fostering a sense of shared vulnerability. This creates a bond of trust, making the target more susceptible to persuasion.
Once the spy senses vulnerability, they introduce the element of risk. This might involve asking for a small favor, something seemingly harmless that tests the target's willingness to cross boundaries.
As the relationship progresses, the requests become bolder, the stakes higher. The target, blinded by infatuation and a sense of obligation, may find themselves betraying their country in the name of love or loyalty. Countering the threat of honey traps is a constant challenge for intelligence agencies worldwide. Awareness is the first line of defense.
Intelligence agencies conduct regular training programs to educate their personnel about the dangers of honey traps. They emphasize the importance of vigilance, discretion, and reporting any suspicious activity.
Background checks are crucial. Thorough vetting procedures are implemented to identify individuals who may be susceptible to blackmail or coercion. These checks delve into an individual's financial history, relationships, and any potential vulnerabilities that could be exploited by a hostile intelligence service.
Surveillance is another key tool. Intelligence agencies closely monitor the activities of known or suspected foreign intelligence operatives. This includes tracking their movements, communications, and any attempts to cultivate relationships with individuals who have access to sensitive information.
The world has changed dramatically since the days of the Cold War. The internet and social media have revolutionized the way we communicate, connect, and share information. Yet despite these advancements, the honey trap, a tactic as old as time itself, remains a potent weapon in the arsenal of espionage.
The SVR's continued use of honey traps, both in their traditional form and in their modern digital iteration, underscores the tactic's enduring effectiveness. As long as human beings crave connection, seek validation, and harbor secrets, the honey trap will remain a potent tool for espionage.
The digital age has only expanded the playing field, providing fertile ground for cultivating clandestine relationships and exploiting vulnerabilities. The challenge for intelligence agencies is to adapt their countermeasures, to stay ahead of the curve, and to ensure that their personnel are equipped to navigate the treacherous landscape of international espionage.